Okay.
Okay, so can I now again share my screen? What do you think? It's-
Yes, yes.
You,
You almost automatically.
I think you
So,
must click the right
a
button on my name.
second. Yes, that's already done.
Ah, okay, great. So, first of all, welcome to everyone, and thank you really so much for participating of today's event. It's partner. The name of the event is Partner to Partner meeting related to Bulgarian best practices. We chose Nevena Rakovska and Business Foundation for Education uh, organization because we think they can show us not only just one project craft, but also some other very interesting activities which they implemented so far or which they are currently implementing. After all, it's a very, I would say, prominent Bulgarian organization with almost 20 years of experience in the field of youth skills development, career guidance, employment and social policy, vocational education and training, and that's all targeting mainly to youths. Uh, of course, they have projects which are targeting youths in rural regions, but also youths in urban regions as well. So they have both experience. It's uh, mm, I here put on my screen very brief agenda of today's event. I would suggest that you mute your microphones during the presentation of Nevena. Maybe if you have some questions or comments after she finishes the presentation, we'll have a session dedicated to discussions and questions, so you can raise your questions after her presentation. So I would now give the word to Miss Nevena Rakovska. Maybe Martin, you can uh, make her a host so that she can share her screen.
Okay. She is already the host now.
Okay, thank you. So first of all, good afternoon or good morning, depending on where you are. I'm very pleased to be invited once again to share our experience, and thank you for inviting us, Georgi. It's an honor to share what we do, and I hope that you will find in the next moments in my presentation um, suitable and useful information for you, and maybe inspiring initiatives that you may also take advantage of. So I'm sharing my screen now with my presentation. Just to give you in advance the information that this presentation will be accessible to you after the event. Apart from being recorded, you will have access also to the PowerPoint. So, okay, I'll minimize this. Just if you give me a short clue if it is all visible now.
Yes, it's full
Everybody.
screen and
Okay.
visible.
Okay, good to know. Thank you. So yes, in my presentation, I will focus on several projects that we've been implementing so far, targeting especially on young people in rural and remote areas, also some disadvantaged youths, and fostering youth's employability. As already Georgi announced us, I'll be very brief in our presentation just to give us a short overview of the context that we're functioning in. So our organization is an ancestor of legacy of the USAID funded labor market project that was very successful until 2005. Afterwards, we established the Business Foundation for Education as a legacy, which aims at linking the education with the labor market. And we know that this is a common issue across all European countries. And our initiatives are mostly focused on fostering career guidance and career development through linking initiatives like different kind of European projects, internships for young people, career guidance, national initiatives, online training tools and programs. So you see that we represent international program called Global Career Development Facilitator, or with the acronym known with the acronym GCDF. So this program so far is used across the globe in Japan, in US, in Canada, New Zealand, and in several countries also in Europe, like Romania, Portugal. And so far we have trained more than 1,000 career counselors and certified them to develop capacity for career guidance across all ages, since very young age, like preschool, and until people who reach the end of their working life and would like to continue being active. So we promote career guidance through various initiatives, and we participate also very actively in European projects. If you're curious to know more about our organization, here is the website, fbo.bg. Our initiatives for young people involve all groups, not only the mainstream young people, but everyone till school age until reaching and starting their employability employment life. So especially we focus on people at risk, like young people who neither work or study, or people from remote areas. With all of our projects, we want to enlarge accessibility to training opportunities and to employability support. We also have projects for dropouts with people who come from different groups of special needs, like people with in the autistic spectrum, or with ADHD, or mental health issues, etc. We also have many projects for adults at risk, and of course, with many we are involved in many projects for people who are just in employability and want to keep updated with their skills and knowledge. So you see just a few of those at-risk projects that we had recently. We also have various instruments and tools that we develop in our organization that aim at supporting young people career choice and satisfaction and fulfillment with their employment and career. So this is one of those. This is helping. This is an instrument that we have developed in our organization, supporting the choice of young people of their university degree based on their personality type. We are using a very famous instrument developed by John Holland in the 50s of 19th century, which is still very popular and updated, and still continues to be very used, called a RIASEC type. So young people need to just go through a short test, and they find what their type is. There are 6 types: realistic, investigative, artistic, social, entrepreneurial, and conventional. And depending on their results, their they receive suggestions on which types of university programs and specialties would be interesting and suitable for them. I will now give you a presentation about the project that we are focusing today on, which is called CRAFTS. It stands for, this is an acronym that stands for Co-working in Rural Areas to prepare young people for future trends. This is a project for young people that has been funded in Poland, and it aims at supporting especially people in rural areas in Europe who face most challenges regarding their future employment and education compared to their counterparts in urban areas because they're just less and fewer opportunities in rural areas, limited access to offers. So this is why the European Youth Strategy addresses these challenges, and there are many projects like this one that aim to provide access to these services and enlarge the opportunities for young people in these rural areas. So our project aims to contribute to empowering rural youths. And we did it through several activities that we organized in this project. The main focus was to equip young people with these general skills that will be demanded in the future and are demanded in the labor market even today, like being employable, having the status of finding and sustaining a job, having sense of initiative and entrepreneurial spirit, being able to collaborate and finding opportunities and cooperating with other people, especially, which is especially important in small areas where all kinds of resources are very scarce and they need to support each other a lot. Also being more informed about future trends, especially green economy, STEAM, and also we address three major areas like personal care, health-related jobs and services, and green economy, in which there are a lot of expected demand and skills needed, even in remote and rural areas. The partnership involves those 7 organizations that come from all European regions: Italy, Poland, Bulgaria, Greece, Slovenia, Croatia, Norway. And it steps and utilizes the resources previously developed in 2 other projects that I will present to you. One of them is Youth Reworking Rural. It might be especially interesting for you. Even it sounds like yours, and it's very similar in terms of context. It aims at fostering youth entrepreneurship and local development. And also the other is the future. I can give you more information about this one. Unfortunately, I haven't been involved in the previous one. But I will give you a resource where you can take advantage of the resources developed in it. So Future Time Traveler, or shortly Future, is a project that I have personally written and coordinated. It's a European initiative funded by the European Commission directly. And it is also directed towards young people, especially Gen Z, and aims to introduce them to future jobs and skills. With a very innovative career game in a 3D virtual world. That's you see a screenshot from the game, and I will present to you shortly. This project was inspired by research implemented by Vodafone, and it found out the research was made among young people aged 18 until 24. in 15 countries. It comprised more than 6,000 individuals across these countries. And you see the results in this slide. So 40% of people, young people, say that they expect that most jobs will be replaced by machines within the next 50 years. Also, for them, the hardest challenge was finding a well-paid and permanent job. 67% of them didn't find adequate career guidance support, and 1 in 5 doubts if they have the skills to get any job in the future. Moreover, only 18% feel prepared for the digital economy, like having the necessary skills such as AI, intelligence, coding, media management, virtual reality, and cybersecurity skills. 38% also said that the career advices they received were old-fashioned and out of date, with focus more on traditional and non-digital roles. So they didn't receive adequate support. And this was one of the reasons we wanted to focus especially on those young people who are at risk. We found that many of those, apart from living in the big cities, have lower access and fewer opportunities. Generally, this Generation Z are people who are digital natives. They're native speakers of the digital languages, they call it. Also very intensively users and creators of the social networks. And regarding their careers and working life, 60% want to make an impact on the world. 74% believe that work should have a greater meaning and purpose. Also, the same amount believe that they have to be owners of their career, like being their own boss. And almost half of them want to have their own business. This is why entrepreneurial skills and sense of initiative are extremely important, and also digital skills and this the whole set of career management skills are especially important for this generation. They're extremely hard to reach because they jump from, like grasshoppers from one content to another. They switch very quickly, and you only have 8 seconds, experts say, to engage their intention. They want to be treated like adults, want to be given the big picture, not the details. But also the content should be snackable, like only the big titles. They only read the titles, nothing more than this. They're very visual. They want to be engaged through social causes and to be inspired with some entrepreneurial initiatives, to be fed their curiosity, also to be ambassadors of an important message that they believe in. And if you want to engage them, you need to create a holistic and memorable experience that will involve them deeply. This is why in most of our recent initiatives for young people, we focus very intensely on using the game-based learning approach, which is highly engaging and gives them this immersive experience they expect. Also, it is quite suitable for promoting skill development. It gives them a safe environment to experiment, foster creativity, and gives them power to develop and initiate. Also, this is a mother tongue of this game generation, and it is a way to give them a way to promote these change-making initiatives that they are very curious about. I'll try to move this a little bit forward. Yes. So in this project, we have created a training program for developing several of those skills that I already mentioned. Module 1 is focused on career skills for the future. In this module, they learn about technology, how the world of work is changing, and which factors are responsible for this, how these trends change the way jobs look like and the skills that they will demand. And we give a special focus on STEAM jobs, green skills, and social care jobs. In the next module, we develop entrepreneurial skills. We give them ideas and inspiration for new initiatives, how to start an idea, how to create a new initiative coming from the needs of the society, and how to turn the demands of the society into a business opportunity, and what is a business model. So different kind of basic entrepreneurial knowledge young people need to have. In the third module, we give them knowledge about managing co-working spaces in rural areas. This is a sort of managerial experience that they will have, like how to collaborate, how to organize initiatives, how to communicate their ideas, how to find collaborators, how to involve them. So all kinds of stuff related to this. Also, what is the benefits and what are the challenges related to co-working. These modules are still available. I will give you the link afterwards because the website is not sustained anymore. We promised to keep it 2 years after the end of the project, and now, unfortunately, it is just over. Also, the other the other important result of this initiative that has been maintained in other initiatives afterwards is a game that is developed in a 3D virtual world. This is a special platform that uses technology which provides the learner with an opportunity to use an avatar creature that is developed in a 3D world. It uses a specially developed 3D environment in which settings we have placed different kind of games like quizzes and challenges for them. In this way, we test the knowledge young people gained through the modules, and it uses elements of digital escape rooms. I believe most of you are very well aware of this method of learning. So it is transferred from the physical world into the digital reality, and has been very intensively used for engaging young people. Here, the users play using avatars, as I said, but they're also initially developed creatures like non-playing characters called bots. They play the role of village inhabitants. They are stated in a special place in a mission in the game, and provide information and directions to the player how to navigate and what they need to do in the mission. In this mission, the person is a young man or woman. The avatar can be changed, so you can modify it and make it whatever color or gender you would like, and make it older, younger, whatever. So the young person settles in a place called Green Village. This is a small place which has been challenged to survive in the years. As you know, that many young people leave these places and they get depopulated with years. So this is the same case with this Green Village. The figure that welcomes the participants is called the mayoress of the Green Village. So she welcomes the participants and introduces them to the mission to help the Green Village survive. And to do this, the young people have to go through several missions, meeting local people, which are again bots, as I said. These characters introduce the person with the challenges in the Green Village, and they need to help the community members make better advantage of the existing resources in the village and find better opportunities. So in one of the missions, they have to demonstrate their understanding about the essentials of co-working places. Then they have to identify suitable business ideas that are potentially adequate for rural areas. They also need to show awareness about the changing labor market and society and the skills and jobs in the future. Like in escape rooms, here in the digital space of the game, players are trapped in a specific location until they solve the mission. They find tips and they find different guidance while they complete the mission, and then they're teleported to the next challenge they have to solve. And at the end of the game, after going through all the quizzes and solving successfully all the missions, the players meet again their host, the mayoress, and receive their award, which are the keys of the Green Village. So I have introduced here a short demo of the 3D game. So as you see, I will just minimize the sound here. So as you see, the users get these blue squares here when they receive the guidelines for their mission, what they need to do. Here they have the choices, so they have to choose a right or wrong answer, or which is the correct answer in a specific task. So everything is specially designed for this game. And what I missed to say is that these 3D virtual worlds are, especially in this edition, are free to use. So they only need to establish to download specific software on your computer. The disadvantage of this methodology, although it's very attractive, the disadvantage for me, as I see it, is that it is still not very well accessible through mobile phones. It is, but only on very modern and most updated software, which is not the case with many of the young people in rural areas. But as I said, the others may more conveniently use it as downloading the software on their computers. It looks great on laptops, so it is very easy to use. I have tested all of our similar games with my own children, as I have three. So they've been my target group for piloting, and everything has been, of course, piloting during the project work with young people in not only rural but also in urban areas. I will give you more information about this. So this is, you can see it afterwards. The other initiative that the project involved was combining young people to work together. So 17 individuals from across the partner countries gathered in Dubrovnik in Croatia in 2021, immediately after the COVID was close to over. Well, it wasn't still, but it was possible to travel. So they're eager to meet each other in person, to collaborate, and to start working on different initiatives and projects together. So they discussed all they have learned in this program. They tested the training modules. They also piloted the game itself, and they used a lot of laboratories in design thinking, legal series, play workshops, etc. And they had the chance to develop their own and represent their own business models and collaborative working spaces through Lego models. Also, as usually, they exchanged a lot of experience, traditional cuisine, social activities, etc. So let me try to. Yes. So the achievements of the project in one slide, as I can wrap it up, is apart from developing this program and the interactive game that is quite innovative and interesting, we engaged 70 young people and youth trainers in the piloting and also in hackathons, which took place in the partner countries as final events. We had this youth mobility in Dubrovnik. We gathered close to 1,300 followers in our page, Facebook page. We reached a lot of individuals as we did quite a wide dissemination of the project results. And this project has been presented as a good practice in the Euro Guidance magazine issued in November 2022. And the materials that we created are still sustained and accessible on Google Classroom. You will see the link here. So as you click, you will be referred to Google Classroom in which everything is freely accessible, not only from this project craft, but also from sister initiatives that I already mentioned that you might take advantage of, related to young people in rural areas and also to green initiatives. And we, as a sustainable result of this project, we applied this game-based learning approach and technology and transferred it into new initiatives that I would like to share with you in a moment. One of them is the initiative called Escape, which is also targeting young people and students. And it aims at developing 6 transferable skills like active learning and learning strategies, complex problem solving, resilience and flexibility, leadership, critical thinking, and emotional intelligence. So in this project, we applied the same technology, the very same approach with digital escape rooms. Another one is called Eagle Project. It is applying the same methodology, but this time with elder people and with adults. So it aims at supporting adult educators in developing green skills and digital skills and teleworking skills with employees, especially adult learners, but it applies again the same methodology. So we believe that it is quite applicable both for young and elder people. And this is another initiative that we have. It is not based on the 3D virtual world, but I think it will be very useful for you as it provides a lot of information and resources for building career management skills with young people, especially. It is called Career Skills Project, and it aims at becoming a European career skills development platform. It uses several resources like Career Skills Catalog describing the set of skills that young people need in the labor market, Career Service Map, where providers of career services like youth centers and trainers and NGOs and individual career guidance professionals, also career centers, can register for free their services, and they will be directly mapped and located on a Google map. And whoever looks for guidance nearby can find the nearest location with those services available. Also, we have a free MOOC for career skills and career skills network where we have shared a lot of resources and initiatives. And here is the link to this project. But if you want to get access to the MOOC, you can directly access it here with app.careerskills.eu. In this MOOC, you will find a lot of resources. So we have 12 skills with 3 levels: beginner, intermediate, and advanced. In each of these level, there are more than 20 resources that are available, learning resources, different exercises, links to videos and other materials, a lot of interactive games. So young people will be happy to use. I think level A is suitable for youngsters school age. The advanced level, level B, the intermediate level, level B, is more adequate to recent graduates and students. And level C, which is the advanced level, is also appropriate for people who have already started their career. I think as youth trainers and project managers, you can also take advantage of the resources in it. Another project that we have developed recently is called Future Workforce, and it aims at developing 4 skills for the future workforce and equip students from all fields of study with these 4 skills, which are the digital skills, green skills, entrepreneurship skills, and social and career skills. For it, we have developed a Moodle, which is a freely accessible MOOC, and the resources are available in 5 languages: English, Bulgarian, Italian, Czech, Greek. Yes, I think these are the languages. It uses a lot of interactive exercises and resources. So anytime you learn about something with a presentation that is very detailed and informative, you can also test your skills through interactive exercises integrated in the MOOC. We aimed at involving more than 300 students to test the platform, but so far we already have more than 550. So we've overachieved our target as the course is very interactive. As I said, all the courses, like all these 4 are separate courses, and they attracted a lot of attention from young people. And already more than 350 have finished their courses. The feedback they provided us with is very positive. I recommend if you would like to have some good resources and to promote to young people you work with, so you can take advantage of it. And we're currently developing another very similar project. You see that the focus of the European projects currently is very much on initiatives focusing on entrepreneurial knowledge and the green skills. So this project is also like this. It is called Green STEAM project. Oh, sorry. So this project aims to mainstream the green skills and entrepreneurial spirit among academic students from all fields of study, but especially in STEAM. You know, this acronym stands for science, technology, engineering, arts, and maths. So not only this STEM field that was so far being very popular, but also engaging those from artistic and creative areas and humanities, because nothing is possible until the human capacity is in power. Otherwise, artificial intelligence will replace a lot of jobs, but still the human creativity will save us and will provide us with a lot of new opportunities in the future. This is why the European Commission and all those policymakers envisaging the future involved also the humanity and art area in this field. Another project that we developed recently and have been involved in is called Future Women, and it is also developing a platform and learning lab for supporting young women especially and career advisors in digital transformation and in developing the skills for it. But we also have other target groups that we work with, like seniors. In this case, this is a project that we recently started with seniors, and it aims at empowering people over 55 years to combat climate changes and be more aware of sustainability. So this is the kind of a small bit of our initiatives that we've been involved in recently. We are very much we have a lot of expertise in innovative teaching and training and labor market initiatives and mainstreaming results, and also engaging policy leaders. So if you would like to cooperate and to be part of our network, we'll be very happy to collaborate in the future. I'm available for all of your questions now. So if you're interested in knowing more about what we do, I'll be happy to share.
I am really personally impressed by all these activities, Nevena, which you implement in the BFA organization. You are really doing fantastic work on topics related to digital skills, entrepreneurship, also involvement of some very, very specific target groups, like not only youths, but also young women, adults also as well. So I give now the floor to our partners and stakeholders. Maybe you, Nevena, can put also your contact details in the presentation so that I can share it later on with partners if at some stage in the future they need some expertise like yours, they can contact you directly, of course. Now, I'm pretty sure that maybe Denise can have some questions, so I give the floor.
Thank you, Georgi. Okay, yeah. I'm becoming a question person, yes, in this consortium.
Are you? Okay.
Okay, thank you. Actually, yes, I have a couple of small questions. First of all, Nevena, thank you very much for your presentation. Very clear and very structured. I have a question about the craft game. How long it took time to develop the game? And if you know how much resources it was put to develop the game. This is one question. And the second question, what are the channels you are using to engage young people to play the game? And the final question, do you like consider to develop and use it like also in the future, this craft game? Thank you.
Thank you very much for the questions and for your attention. First of all, the technology used for developing this game, young people, somehow, many of them, may call a little bit old-fashioned because it doesn't provide the full capacity of everything that they have been used in those pretty games that they're eager to play. This is why I am giving you a short clarification that this is a free software. So the software is accessible to everyone. The technology doesn't require nothing to be paid. You just install the game. You have a platform that operates freely. It requires a specific installation, but apart of this, everything is accessible to everyone. The development, however, took quite a lot. First of all, you have just the opportunity to create everything. You are a newborn person into a new world, and you can fit it as you like. You can change it and modify it as you like. So we have developed a lot of games like this, and I've been personally engaged in the development of the scenarios and how the environment will appear to young people. So this is one part of the game, to creatively think how it should appear to young people, what will be engaging to them, what kind of exercises need to be involved, having in mind that it is a learning experience. So first, having the learning objectives, you need to be to take into consideration the program that has been developed. So the technical development takes half a year after having the content and after having the scenario in advance developed. So someone has to give instructions to the developer what they need to put in this world. In the future, we had quite a futuristic environment. In this project, we focused on more rural things, and the developer literally finds things that I put in the scenario, like waterfalls, houses, windmills, whatever your imagination creates, and he finds these objects and puts them in the environment, and then we populate the environment with all those creatures that we want to be there, like teachers, headmasters, or the mayor is here, or we had robots that assisted our gamers in the first game. In the future, so everything developing the content and the game takes like 1 year of development. Afterwards, we come to your next question. We have to launch the game and to attract young people to take advantage of it and pilot it. Yes, this is the nightmare, let alone the development part. So 1 year of nightmare to develop this crazy thing. And then you have several months to engage them, to reach them and to give them messages and to attract them. Well, in our case, I can share from our experience what works best. First of all, personal communication and involvement. Finding the right people, their opinion makers and opinion leaders in each population, in each generation. If you find those young people that are community leaders or popular in their community, they can do a lot for you. But to reach those young people, you need some mediators. Being a career guidance provider for us, it was not that difficult. Also for the partners that we work with, like education and training providers of young people, it wasn't very difficult to reach young people directly. But I know that it is a nightmare for many of the project partners, because as you develop something, you put all your efforts, you put a lot of funds. unfortunately, I'm not able at the moment to give you exact the how much it costs to create this game, but I can scroll down the budget and give you more details, because it wasn't our organization who technically developed the platform. This is why I cannot give you the numbers, but I can check for you. And having everything placed on the table and nobody comes to serve. This is the nightmare of all project partners, I believe. This is why me, as a person who have a degree in journalism and public communication, this is where I put all of my background and capacity. So a lot of efforts to communicate actively, engagingly, to give people these small messages. This is why I started my presentation with how to communicate to those young people, how to give them only the essence, only the importance, knowing what they are interested in. You communicate those messages with them. You give them the difficult things they're interested in, like I have a daughter that is the last year at school, so I know how eager they are about getting rid of all studies and starting their life. But if you ask them, what are you going to do? They're shocked. I don't know. I don't know, really. And helping them to take decisions, helping them to build skills, providing them with those useful information, you just create some awareness about your organization, some awareness about your project, and some credibility and trust that you're the right people that they can, get advice from. And maybe in this case, they will sit down for a while, like 1 hour, and test your game. But collecting people in groups also proved to be very engaging, very good approach. So for us, small groups, like 10 people at the same time in a room testing together the game, was also a good approach. This is how we managed. Sending them individually requests is also engaging, but very demanding for a project manager, because if you promise to pilot something with 50 people, bombarding them with messages is not very adequate also. Well, yes, if you can also share some good practices from your experience, I will be very happy to know how you engaged your youth auditory. And excuse me, yes, I remember now. The last question was if we use the technology. Yes, as I said, we applied the technology in many other initiatives, but also in this technology, we have a common platform. We use a common platform that everyone who develops these 3D games use the same game. Use the same platform, sorry. So the craft game is still available there, and the future game is still available there. We haven't developed them further because it demanded quite a lot of time to develop in the first place, so we didn't enlarge them further. But as you see, we continue using them. I will give you, I will put the notes and give you this link to the platform so you can see everything that has been developed so far. It's called OpenSim, by the way.
How it's called? OpenSim.
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 Yes.
Thank you very much.
Welcome. I see another question.
Yes, Maria Isabella. Also.
Yes, hello, good morning.
Hello.
This is Maria Isabel from University of Vigo in the northwest of Spain. And first of all, congratulations. You are doing a great job. I was searching on internet about your outputs and I'm very impressed. They are very inspiring for some ideas that we have at the University of Vigo and that we will be working on in the coming weeks about career planning. because in Latin America and Balkans, where our main partners are, they have the same problems as in Europe. Young people do not know what studies to choose when they finish their secondary education and often make wrong choices. And this is increasing dramatically dropout rates and academic failure at universities, and generating a lot of frustration and economic loss for families and society at large.
Exactly.
So these kind of tools could be very useful if you try to, I don't know if you are doing this, but I highly recommend you to include these tools, try to include these tools into the metaverse campus, university campus. Many European universities are developing, my university, for example, is doing this, are developing their own metaverse campus. And these resources you are developing very easily could be included in these metaverse campuses. I'm pretty sure that they could be of high relevance. So I recommend you this, and of course, I will recommend your tools in my region to see how they are working and to try to see which parts of your tools could be for a good inspiration for us. So I will do my contact details in case you want to talk to us in the next weeks, because we are trying to write some proposals in this topic, mainly for the capacity building higher education goals with Ibero-America and Western Balkans right now.
Excellent. Well, it will be amazing to collaborate. By the way, can I also get back once again from sharing screen? I apologize, but I missed to share with you another project of ours that might be interesting, as you already raised the topic. So Agora Web Pro is another project of ours that you see here, Agora dash or slash, I don't know how it is called, webpro.eu. And here we have this, as I started my presentation with the Bulgarian tool about finding what you like to do and what studies to choose. Here we have a similar tool that we developed following the same model. And after young people do this, they will receive information about their preferences and recommendation about representatives of different professionals, like people with different jobs that have given the same results and have the same preferences for jobs as they are. So they will relate themselves with several people that they have given similar results as theirs. Like you can check what a person that has given similar results to your and have similar preferences for their jobs, and they work as architect, pedagogical and psychomotoric expert, or nature education specialist, or sociologist, or digital strategist, etc. So it is also a very nice and common approach that we have used. I am very sorry that I missed to share it in my presentation, but I will update the presentation, and it will be the same link that you will receive. So I believe that it will be useful for you. Thank you for reminding me about this.
I'm sorry, I'm not sure where I can raise my hand.
I already see you. Okay, the floor is yours. Hello, Anna.
So sorry. Just one quick question. I would like to know if you have any follow-up monitoring tool about the results of these kind of actions in terms of employment or of the satisfaction of the students or the youngest people regarding your projects, if you have some monitoring tool to monitor the results, and if you have in fact
Yes.
impact in rural employment.
Actually, this is the hardest part of the impact measurement because it requires a lot of longitudinal tracking, which is not possible under European funding, as they usually are 2 to 3 years, and it requires to have at least 6 or 1 year, 6 months or after 1 year follow-up tracking to see what happened with those people. The other challenge is that they also follow different initiatives and not also the impact is hard to precise because they are students, may come to us as also career guidance clients and receive other supporting services. So very difficult to differentiate where the impact came from. This is the hardest thing that for us is a challenge to measure. But usually, well, as I said, from the feedback that we received, first of all, they said the game is very good. The second feedback, can it be also applicable in mobile phones? Well, I told you there are some challenges about the technology that come with restrictions with mobile phones. Say the third one, they don't look that good as if in I don't know, Need for Speed or other very popular games. Well, yes, of course, we don't want you to pay like five five 50 euros, or I don't know what is the tax to get the game and use a very sophisticated and posh game developed with a lot of resources. This is what they had. Well, it is good, but you know, it is visually less advanced. We know. Tell me about this. If we had the opportunity to work with higher technologies, of course we will use it, but then we had to ask you to pay for it.
Yeah.
So
I was referring in general, not just the game, but for example, the training course you have and these 4 skills or
Yes.
4 types of skills that you are
Yes.
developing now, if you have some kind of monitoring, if
Yes.
the students that passes through the training courses to upgrade their skills
Yes.
are better positioning to get a job than the
Usually,
others.
yes, yes, I got your point. Thank you, Anna. Oh, well, the usually they think about this kind of modules and games and materials once they start applying for a job. Before that, it's just something for the future, you know, we will leave it. I know it is something, it exists. One day when I'm, you know, when I reach this point, I will get back to it. And when they get to it, usually they're very fond of it, and they appreciate a lot first the game-based approach because they hate reading.
Yeah.
You know, giving them 2 pages to read and they're just fed up with you. They don't want to see you anymore. So give them the game and they will be more happy. But then they see that through the games they obtain a lot of skills, and we received quite a positive feedback, especially about employability skills. Like I learned a lot about what kind of job interviews I might have and how to prepare for them, and what the employers look in my CV, and how to give my best during the online or phone interview, because usually this is something that appears after COVID more frequently now. So they have more chances to stand up and show who they are, being more better prepared for the employability. And this is what they say. So boosting their creativity, giving them the chance to see a lot of skills which they can boost once they want and they're eager to do. is very so with career skills, for example, and with the future with the 4 skills that we developed in our recent project, Future Workforce. In those projects, they see a lot of resources. They can choose which is their focus. They can freely walk around the Moodle and scroll down and choose precisely the exercises and the topics they're interested in. So this gamification and the right to choose and their freedom and autonomy is quite a thing that they appreciate a lot. And also, as I see, they find themselves very knowledgeable about everything. Like they know about things, they know about artificial intelligence, they know about labor market, about future jobs, they know everything. But if you put them in a situation to test their knowledge and skills, oh my God, I didn't know this. Oh, really? Oh, how come that nobody said that to me? So they found a lot of new information. And because the game approach doesn't punish them, it just on the opposite, it gives them more points if they do this and that.
Yeah.
This supporting and encouraging mechanism is more adequate for them, and they like it a lot. So we received a lot of positive feedback.
And congratulations from my side for your great work. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Hi, hello, I am Agustina from
Hello.
Fundación Galicia Europa. So really thanks for the opportunity to be part of this meeting. We have questions, but we answer, you answer that all. And finally, we are interested in many projects that you are presented, but especially in the video games. So we will put in contact with that for technical items. So really, thank you. It's interesting. That's all project that you present.
Thanks. Thanks a lot.
Thank you. Thank you, Georgie. It's fantastic.
Yeah, I don't know if other partners or stakeholders have some other questions, but I advise Nevena to put her contact details maybe at the last slide of the presentation.
Yes, I will add. Yeah.
And after it, we will share it with project partners so that if they have some additional questions, maybe, or why not for future initiatives, you can contact her directly. We'll also see what will be the video. Maybe we will upload it on our channels and also forward it to our communication manager. But let's see first what will be the recording, and we will share it later on with partners. I don't know if some closing words or I would like to thank you all, really, especially Nevena for this excellent works and presentation.
Sorry to interrupt you, Georgie. I just want to ask you a thing that I think is very important for all the partners and for the partners that are here today. That is, please pick these projects and presented it in the project database good practices, because I think some of them will be used for sure for improving the policy instruments we are addressing. And of course, it is not a thing that we had saw in on site when we visit Bulgaria, but I think that are very interesting inputs. And with these partner-to-partner meetings, we are aiming to have more information. And also, I think some of the good practices that have been, some of the projects that have been presented by Novella here today can be also uploaded and submitted to be considered good practice of the project and presented to the Interreg Europe experts to be evaluated for a bigger showcase in the policy learning platform. So just this recommendation, and thank you again.
Yeah, I also think that these initiatives and projects which were presented, they could be really very good practices which we can upload on the platform. We'll check what information we have together with Nevena, of course. And if we have the required minimum of information, of course, we will try to upload them as good practices in the database of Interreg Europe.
If you need any additional information, like providing you with some short articles about the projects that have been particularly of interest for you, I might provide you very easily with such an information, so don't worry to contact me. I'm also very happy to be here and to have the chance with speaking with you. I know how hard it is to lead policy change making in this kind of initiatives, and feeding the sector with good practices and resources like we do is also an important contribution. So I think it will be a great advantage if we can collaborate in the future. I remain at your disposal for any additional feedback or requirements or whatever.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good day and
You too.
see you soon. Thank you.
Thank you.
See
Bye.
Have a
you.
great summer.
Yeah.